Final race is a good one. It's a Class 3 contest, race number 8 over the 1,200 metres, headed by Blocker D. Down in class, down in trip. Starlight, a 5-time course and distance winner. Extremely Fun, a 3-time course and distance winner. Strathclyde, course and distance first time. Second up, he's behind Goko on his return. My Chance will roll forward from barrier 7. Starship goes up in class. Last start win back in June. Sparkling Dragon used to roll forward as well. And King Opie's a winner this season. He goes up in class because of that win. Sir Redalot's been on the move. He came back from Chung Fa on the 7th of September. Now we're back at the touchscreen to have a look at the speed map here and a couple of replays as well for our final event. And Sparkling Dragon, well, this was his MO last season, was to get forward and get rolling. Any competition for him this time round?
Yes, I think there will be, Andrew. Extremely Fun's a horse that generally likes to roll forward. Strathclyde's shown plenty of pace on the all-weather. Blocker D comes back to a more suitable trip and he's very well rated. Alkari potentially can probably sit on the back of the speed. My Chance has shown a little bit of speed as well, so there's potential other options. But the real key to the race is this horse, King Opie, the last start winner, who was able to jump, go straight forward, find the front and then keep going. Now, he's up in grade, he's obviously drawn wide. Do they take the option of rolling the dice and potentially at his first run at Happy Valley trying to cross and find the lead with the lightweight? I tend to think that it's highly possible.
All right, so there's a few variables there, Paul. What have you got for us?
First, we're going to have a look at his Starlight. He's come up as the early favourite. Drawn 11, though, Starlight. Zach Purdon's doing all the work on him and did have a really good season last season. He's up in the grade, in the weights and the grades now, but there he is. He's still going nicely. Extremely Fun's very forward for a good run. He'll definitely be on the pace. Matthew Chadwick getting a good feel for him at the moment. It was a really nice workout for him. I think he's going to run a nice race at a good price. Extremely Fun. But like working with you two with that name. And Sparkling Dragon is the next one, another one that can go forward. Only had the one run at Happy Valley before. That's the only query I've got. But he's just doing some nice even work, this horse as well.
Good for you, Paul.
All right, we're going to start off our search for the winner here with Blocker D, down in class, good course and distance record as well. Let's hear from trainer Casper Fans.
He's a chance, you know. He's getting on a bit now, but at this grade he's always competitive. You know, 1,200 Happy Valley, he's done really well there over the last few seasons, so I'd be expecting a decent effort first up. I mean, at this trip, should I say, third up.
2 runs so far this season, fitness-wise. Is he at his peak?
Yeah, he's really well. You know, coming back in distance will suit him as well.
Coming to Happy Valley on Wednesday night, you went off your 800th career winner here in Hong Kong. An achievement like that, what would it mean to you, Casper?
Yeah, it's a big number, you know, so we're getting close to it, so hopefully we can get it on Wednesday. 800 is a nice number, and we're looking forward to 1,000.
Would it be nice also to get it at the Valley, where you're known as the King?
It's always nice. Thank you very much, baby.
Blue suede shoes on?
No, not quite. No. He's quite a jovial man, isn't he, Casper Fans?
He might have got there before Blocker D with the 800, but every chance here. 4-time course and discipline, down in class, down in trip.
He's won 4 races in Class 2 as well, so he's had 1 win in this grade, as Casper said, very well placed, and he's in the tips for me.
All right,
yeah, I've got him in.
Yep.
Let's have a look at a few of these in action then. The first one we're going to see is King Opie, this potential variable in the speed map as well, because here he is, right on pace on his return.
Well, I'm going to handball this to Paul, because I'm thinking that they will roll the dice and try and power out of the gates and maybe potentially cross, as they did from barriers 9, 7 and 11 at his last 3 when he's been forward in all of them. Obviously he won here. He sat outside the lead. He doesn't necessarily have to find the rail, but he'd want to be forward. I don't know whether they want to drop him back and let him run on.
Yeah, just the potential is if he does go forward, though, he could be sitting 3 wide from barrier 10. So, yeah. I mean, it's obviously the dilemma they've got, but either way, I don't think the race is going to be run to suit.
I tend to think it's a go or no scenario, Andrew. If they go forward, they've got to go completely forward and just push until they get where they want.
All right, this is Starship, back end of last season. This is 1,400 metres at Sha Tin. This is 1,200 at Happy Valley.
Which suggests probably, Paul, that it's a bit short for him, but his trial leading in was terrific.
Yeah, I've found a place for him. I think he can run pretty well. He has been placed fresh up before. He has won over the 1,200 before, albeit at Sha Tin, not Happy Valley. He's only had the 2 starts at Happy Valley. And look, I think this horse has just taken a while to acclimatise, and he's in good form at the moment. So, back into last season, and a horse that goes well fresh. So I think he'll go all right.
Yeah, I didn't put him in, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do have a frantic pace up front and it's suiting horses back in the field, then he can close in late.
All right, this is Starlight trialling. Excellent course and distance records. He can go around here with his eyes shut. This is a good trial as well.
We didn't mention this when we looked at the speed map as him potentially being a possible horse on the pace. He was in this trial, but generally noted better for his exhibitions from sort of midfield and then closing in late. But yes, a solid trial suggests the horse as well. Just going to need that touch of luck and pace up front.
Yeah, we'll start favourite, I think, Starlight. The thing that worried me is the barrier, though. Barrier 11.
Yeah, high-class trial there. My fastest viewers as well ran well on the weekend. Ping Hai Star was in there as well. One more to take a check on is a horse that won first up, his very first start, his Hong Kong racing career, and that was Alcari. He's fresh up here. Yeah,
he's the horse I'm going to side with, Andrew. Look, it's a strong race, but I've always had a fair bit of time for Alcari, and I do think he is a horse that this prep can take the next step. And the more I look at him in the speed map, the more I think he gets probably the best run in the race, whatever the scenarios, whether there is a frantic pace early, King Opie wants to try and cross, or whether there isn't and it's just extremely fun and potentially one or two others. So he should get his opportunity, Alcari, and I think he can step it up a notch this term.
All right, he's place favourite as well, Paul.
Yeah, look, I think he's a chance as well. I just worry, because Ricky, you did say last year he was a better Sha Tin horse. That was all that worries me. But yeah, I think he'll run well, and he does go well fresh.
Who do you land on then?
I land on Extremely Fun. I think he can lead by himself. King Opie, I think, will go back from barrier 10, and I think the other one will just sit outside him. So I think he can get a soft lead, and he's finally got a barrier draw. He's been drawing some really wide barriers in his last few starts. And look back on that second behind Super Hoppy 2 starts ago. I thought it was a very good run. He'll be double figures. He'll be my long shot. Starship, I think he can run a nice race fresh. Alcari, of course, we've talked about. And Blocker D looks very well rated at the moment and well placed back in this sort of grade in this distance. So we went 4, 9, 5 and 1. Look, I'd go QQPs, but I'm going to make Extremely Fun my each way bet of the day.
For me, I'll go with Alcari for the reasons I mentioned from that barrier, and he'd be the horse I'd want to be on here. 7 and 2 at the moment. You could probably go each way at that price. Blocker D's very dangerous, as we heard from Casper. He's well, and he's very well placed here on a rating of 80. Starlight will be getting back. The trial suggests that he's going very strongly. And Sparkling Dragon, I just wanted to throw him in. Think he might be a better horse in Class 3 this preparation. Second run at the Valley as well. Lightweight, good barrier. So 5, 1, 3 and 11.
Yeah, I got the same numbers as you, Brett. Slightly different order, but Alcari on top. But that's a great price. Blocker D. 16 at the moment, 4.1. Anyway, move on to the stats, and this week we're focusing on, it is ATM and GVN.
Yeah, well, this is their new acronyms, aren't they? Look, we've heard this in the interview before. 7 runners, 3 winners, 1/3, with a first rate of 57%. They've obviously gelled. Tony Millard's given them the opportunities, and he's taken them with both hands, Grant Van Niekerk. And look, he's got Rickfield. They've also got Gold Velvet. I like both of them. So I think they're really going to add to that tally. I think they're both really good winning chances, both those
Could
horses.
be a nice all-up win place.
All right, and so best bets, bit of deja vu here?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Rickfield because I just think he's really well placed in this. His trial's been good. The stats point to it. And Tony Millard's really prepared him well. Very similar to Gorgeous King, who won on the weekend, I thought. So that's why I'm going to go with him. And Extremely Fun from the front. Matthew Chadwick's really good at Happy Valley on these front runners. I think with that low barrier draw that he's finally got, he does go well fresh. And the $13, $14, whatever he'll start, I think he's a good each way bet. And as far as the play of the day, we'll go for Rickfield's race because I think Red Warrior's got a good chance. And I don't want to completely rule out Happy Life, who was my long shot last week. So 3, 4, 5 QQPs.
Alcari, for me, it's a strong race, the last, but he's a very nice horse, and I think he can find more this campaign. He's won first up in the past. Karras knows him well, drawn well. So 8-5 Alcari. Long shot for me, Happy Spirit. He needs to recapture his early speed. He didn't have it first up. Maybe he can recapture it second up. He can be competitive at a price in a race that potentially looks a little bit of a stop-start, tricky affair. Tactical battle for me in race number 5. And in race 3, $1 Award, Young Empire, a nice kick, a nice little QQP to build you a bank for later on.
All right, best for me, that comes up in race number 6, Bundle of Energy, up from the 12 to the 16.50, finished off really strongly last time out, David Hall and Vincent Ho. And we're all loading up on the feature race number 5, my long shots in the 5th. and that is My Allies. We've got a best bet and 2 long shots going around there, but again, the step up in trip key for him. As far as the player's concerned, we're back to the bundle of energy race 4, 5 and 11 QQP for me in race number 6. All right, that's about it. But this weekend, Lucky Bubbles races on Sunday, but we race on Monday. He's in Japan.
That he is, yeah. National Day Cup, Celebration Cup, group races get underway here in Hong Kong, and the entries are amazing.
They are. The sprint, the likes of I Victory and Hot King Prawn going head-to-head, and John Size trots out a load of good ones in the 1400-metre race too.
Yeah, I think he's really going to hit his straps, isn't he, with John Size with these runners, and the fireworks will be there on Monday for National Day, no doubt about it. Look forward to that.
There's fireworks, is there again?
There is over the harbour.
Generally.
There is normally.
Season's Bloom and Beauty
Paul's
Generation
normally the fireworks specialist, though.
Going round as well. Looking forward to that. But that's the show. Thanks for watching on behalf of Paul, Brett and the rest of the team. Hopefully we'll see you at Happy Valley. We will be racing to win.
Good evening.